going to talk about in this video that I think is probably one of the most sure bets that I can look at in the markets right now. I don't actually hold any of this coin, but there's a reason I think it's so bullish, and I'll tell you, it's because of this. Okay? BlackRock, Larry Fink, CEO of BlackRock, the world's largest asset manager. Right now, real-world assets account for about 0.5% of the entire crypto market. Okay, by market cap, 0.5%. Tokenization of traditional finance assets will bring tens of trillions of dollars into the real-world asset coins in the coming 4 years. Coming 6 years. Okay, I'm aware the bull market will only last another 18 months or so, but in the coming 6 years, things are going to get very exciting. You've also got, which I shared on my Twitter, Larry Fink, CEO of BlackRock, changing from being, a few years ago saying that Bitcoin was just for scams and whatever else, and now suddenly he's pro-crypto. Of course, BlackRock, they're behind the Bitcoin ETFs. They are now behind other ETFs. They're now behind the tokenization of assets. They're extremely bullish on crypto, of course. Now, many people have been pushing you towards bigger market cap coins like Ondo Finance and real world assets. It's a great coin. I think it'll do well, but not half as well as the coin I'm going to talk about on tomorrow's video. Smaller cap, just done a huge deal worth $500 million. Currently with a market cap around $80 million. Okay, absolute steal. Now, we'll talk about that tomorrow though. I don't want to spoil it too much. Anyway, so real world assets, guys, are naturally a very obvious place to look. How do we know? Well, come across to CoinGecko. If you're a little bit unsure right now, uncertain, and you, like me, feel like you're going to miss out and you're panicked because you didn't quite have enough time to buy the dip, and you're now like, well, where do I move my money to? A very easy thing to be doing is to understand that this is the next phase of this market cycle, and what we're going to see next would be something like, if I can find it eventually, after all this crappy stuff here, current crypto cycle. We've just finished a shakeout, okay? Depression phase. Hope and excitement phase, shakeout. Suddenly we move into this phase. The coins that are starting to boom in this area, that are seeing lots of strength right now in the last day or two, as Bitcoin wakes up, and there has been a number of different coins, different kind of niches, should be where you're focusing your attention. Okay? So where is that? Well, come to coingecko.com and you can see. You can go, in fact, it's CoinMarketCap is probably the best place to look, but you can see on the trending coins, you can see the trending categories here. And you'll understand that if you go through a few of these and look at the different categories, you'll identify that certain categories are seeing more growth in the last 7 days than others. Most importantly, for the people watching this channel, because I know you've been subscribed for a while, we talked about BRC20 tokens that kind of maybe have been struggling a bit more recently. You will see that they are starting to see a lot of excitement, okay? They're all the way up, just under the cat-themed category. The cat-themed category in number one, obviously. Now down to BRC20. So BRC20 tokens that may have seen some horrific downside, and now the second best performing category is coming out. Okay, if you come down through the list, you'll notice others. One that I'm extremely bullish on, I don't like to talk about it too much because it's boring, isn't it? Okay, real world assets is boring. I hate it, but, well, I don't hate it. Okay, it's just a bit boring. We don't like it. Most people don't really like DeFi that much. We've been in crypto for a while. It doesn't really excite us. Not half as much as a cat meme coin does, or a tap game, which I'll tell you about my tap game later on. Those of you who are waiting to get stuck in. But real world assets, okay, pumping as well. And you can see some of the growth that we've seen in just the last 7 days. A bunch of tokens starting to take off in the real world assets niche. Okay, BRC20 also seeing some really crazy growth. So if you're concerned or unsure about which narratives you should be heading to, you can't go far wrong with heading towards something like CoinGecko. going to check on the key categories and seeing which categories are seeing growth. Then within those categories, searching for the ones that have been pumping the most in the 7 days. Most people don't like this, and I understand why, because people like me have been telling you that you shouldn't be buying those massive green candles. And that's true. But if you're talking about massive green candles that at the end are a long bit of downside, like Ordi, this is ordinals, like Sats, okay, we'll have a look at a chart in a moment, Pups. These ordinals are all going bonkers right now, okay? Sats up 84% in the last 7 days. Right, so what was it, Ordi we just looked at? Let's have a look at Ordi. Now, massive green candles. We don't like massive green candles. I don't like massive green candles when they come at the end of a pump like this, okay? This is when you don't want to be buying massive green candles, because then from the 25th of December, Christmas Day in fact, which is a long time ago, you probably sat in like this, okay? But all of a sudden, coins that haven't really gained much excitement and attention, all of a sudden wake up in the middle of July when Bitcoin starts to wake up again. You can then see if you are prepared to draw a chart pattern, which we are. And I'm not saying this one over any others. This just happened to be looking, guys. This is ordinals, right? Bitcoin ordinals. You will see that many of these coins have created these chart patterns that are giving us perfect opportunities. Go and find coins that are well down in the last, I don't know, 90 days. Okay, 90 days from about here. That's more than that. It's like 110 days. In the last 110 days, Ordi dropped 71%. If you bought that dip the other day, you'd be up 43% already. Okay, and if you were holding Ordi from here and you were down 71%, let's say you had $100 in the game, you went down 71, you now got $29 left. You put in another $29, okay, which means that you've now got $58. $58, you come up 40%, okay, and you're now only having to kind of get up a little bit further towards being at break even. Okay, rather than just people who buy the tops and then wait forever for it to get back there, and then buy the top again and then wait forever. Yeah, buy the dips. When everyone's panicking, telling you it's going to go lower, you've got to buy it. And buy the ones that are the most sold off. The ones that people are in the comments being like, this is a scam, whatever it is. Okay, I don't know if people say that about Ordi. Ordi's get quite popular. So when you see people bashing coins and whatever, it's a scam. People said Solana was a scam at $8, right? Last year, 2 years ago, people said Solana was a scam down here. It's now up 15, 16x. Okay, let's have a couple of questions. While we rest. Hot in here, guys. No AC, just a fan today. But the fan's not allowed to be on because it's too noisy. Let's have a look at a question or two. Are you still heavy in BVM? Because I am. I'm holding BFi as well. Absolutely holding BVM. BVM was in the list just there. Hold on. I saw it. Categories. Well, BVM technically would come under the BRC20 stuff. Okay. It's here under Bitcoin sidechains. Look at this, ecosystems. BVM literally popping up there. Bitcoin sidechains, BVM, BRC20, BFi, BRC20. Okay, all of this stuff is in that ecosystem. I told you that these coins were getting absolutely sold off and smashed, and people were like, oh, they're going to zero, they're dead coins. And I told you that at some point they would wake up, and if you DCA'd in enough, it would really be quite easy to get back to break even. Particularly coins that are new coins. Because I said any coin that launched anywhere around this period of time from sort of about the 25th of February when Bitcoin had that last leg up till like, I don't know, around this point, 6th of June, any coin that launched in this period of time, no matter how good, was going to nosedive to the floor. But we didn't know that because Bitcoin could have been legging up there. You never knew, okay? It's just unfortunate this happened. It was unforeseen. Therefore, new coins that launched in the right narrative that are driven down here that you can pick up now at an absolute discount. Super bullish. Okay, BVM. Let's have a quick look at the chart. I'm not going to see it today. So you can see, yeah, BVM had an absolute howler, right? We first talked about it on the channel. I think it was here after that breakout. We talked about it. It went up all the way here, 165%. And then, you know, when was that? 18th of April. Let's just confirm. Was that in that horrible zone? 18th of April. Yeah. Okay. So BVM is already starting to look like a recovery is on the cards. You can see nice rounding off here. Had a bit of a dump the other day. Someone sold off pretty hard, but, you know, it's now making its way back into the zone. Eventually, we're going to break through here and then